This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. It is official. Joe Biden has won the state of Wisconsin. That call was made weeks ago, but now the chair of the Wisconsin Elections Commission has signed off on it.
Our Amy Reed is live tonight at Monona Terrace, where Dane County held its recount. Amy?
Today there was one last thing for the county to do, and that was to sign off on the recount, which they did this morning. Now the county clerk's office is cleaning up, and the exhibition room at the terrace is largely empty. Vote totals didn't change much. Donald Trump gained 45 votes out of the nearly 350,000 cast. The county clerk said there was no evidence of voter fraud, and he said this wasn't surprising.
It is so incredibly accurate, actually, and I don't think, people realize that. We stress over the numbers being off by 1. I mean, we don't want them to be off at all. And we check against the signatures in the poll book. I don't think people realize we go to that level of detail.
With the vote certified this afternoon, President Donald Trump has said a lawsuit is coming. His campaign has 5 days to file that. We're expecting to see any lawsuit from them to be based on the same claims that brought the recount in Dane County. That means a close look at the clerk corrections to witness information, in-person absentee voting, and anyone who marked that they are indefinitely confined.
Amy Reed live at Monona Terrace. Amy, thank you. Now, as Arizona was certifying its election results, Rudy Giuliani was calling on state lawmakers there to, quote, get to the bottom of election fraud there. Election officials, including Georgia's Secretary of State, who is a Republican, continue to maintain there was no widespread fraud.
There are those who are exploiting the emotions of many Trump supporters with fantastic claims, half-truths, misinformation, and frankly, they are misleading the president as well, apparently.
Meanwhile, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris received their first full intelligence briefing and held meetings with transition advisors. Tomorrow, they'll officially announce members of their economic team, and Joe Biden will nominate Janet Yellen for Treasury Secretary. She would be the first woman to lead the department. Cecilia Rouse will be named as chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, and Neera Tanden will serve as White House Budget Director.
Let's get a check on the weather now. Partly cloudy and cool start to the work week. Let's check your forecast with meteorologist Chris Reese. It's December Eve, Chris.
It is December Eve, and right on cue, there's a storm system over parts of the Ohio Valley that brought snow to parts of the country that have not seen truly substantial snow, really in a matter of years. We've been on the fringe of that. That helped bring the flurries that we saw out there today. Temperatures only topped out right around 31 degrees. But the wind chill, this is the wind chill right now, is down at 17, even with the actual air temperature into the upper 20s. Now tonight, we're going to see your overnight lows right around 20 degrees. But as you mentioned, Susan, it is December Eve. Meteorological winter is here. Although it may feel like it briefly, we're still going to trend above average. I'll have that full forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Chris. A Madison police officer went through several surgeries and has a long road to recovery. MPD told us that today. Jody Nelson was seriously hurt while walking in Sun Prairie last week. Her wife, 48-year-old Julie Nelson, was killed. A car hit them after it crashed into another car on East Main Street. Jody Nelson has been with Madison police for 14 years. A GoFundMe page was recently started for the Nelson family, and you can find that on our website, channel3000.com.
Now to our coronavirus headlines. More than 2,600 additional people are sick with COVID-19 in Wisconsin today, pushing us closer to 400,000 total cases. More than 68,000 of those cases, that's about 18%, are still active, and 10 more people have died of coronavirus complications, bringing us to 3,369 lives lost. Officials at a Madison high school say a student has died from COVID-19. In an email to students and families, East High School's principal says the student died unexpectedly over Thanksgiving break. The high school has set up virtual meetings for this afternoon and also for tomorrow to provide support for grieving families and staff there. An MMSD spokesperson says, quote, all of MMSD is heartbroken to learn of the passing of an East High School student due to COVID-19 related causes. Our community has lost a wonderful young person, and when a school family experiences a tragedy, especially the loss of a young life, it deeply impacts all of us. Now, more than 4 million Americans have tested positive for COVID in the month of November. That's more than twice as high as any other month since it all started back in March. On Friday, the U.S. recorded more than 200,000 cases in a single day. for the very first time, and nationwide, more than 93,000 Americans were hospitalized for the virus yesterday alone. That's the highest number ever. Health experts say this surge isn't even a result of all the Thanksgiving travel. That will come next.
Pharmaceutical giant Moderna is set to apply for emergency use authorization of its coronavirus vaccine with the Food and Drug Administration today. Moderna wants the agency to review data showing that the vaccine is roughly 94% effective at preventing COVID-19. The same data indicates it's 100% effective at preventing severe cases. Pfizer has already applied for vaccine authorization with an effectiveness similar to Moderna's. The FDA will review both applications with its advisory committee in December. Moderna expects to have roughly 20 million doses of its vaccine available in the U.S. by the end of next month. The company says it's on track to produce 500 million to 1 billion doses globally next year. UW Health Dr. Jeff Potoff says emergency use authorization speeds up the vaccine process quite a bit.
There's so many cooks in the kitchen. There's a lot of bureaucracy and things that need to fall in place, not necessarily for bad reasons, but things that need to fall in place for full FDA approval. So this is helpful. I mean, it at least speeds up the process by months, if not longer.
Doctors and health professionals are continuing to remind everyone that there is no vaccine yet, and they should continue to wear a mask, social distance, and stay home to prevent the spread of the virus.
CVS and Walgreens are preparing to be among the first companies in the U.S. to give coronavirus vaccines if the FDA approves one for emergency use. Those vaccinations would take place in long-term care facilities, not retail stores. In October, the Trump administration announced agreements with both companies to give vaccinations to long-term care facility residents nationwide. A CVS spokesperson said they expect to be giving shots at long-term care facilities in mid-December. Walgreens expects to start doing so within days of receiving vaccine doses. And just a reminder, if you're planning on getting tested for COVID-19 tomorrow at Alliant Energy Center, expect that to wait for that for a while due to the Thanksgiving holiday. Officials say they expect testing lines to be very long tomorrow. Tuesday's lines are usually long anyway due to the site being closed on Sundays and Mondays. Last week, some people said they waited over 3 hours in line just to get their tests.
A meeting later this week will make some high schoolers either very happy or very upset. Right now, they're not playing winter sports or holding any co-curriculars in Dodgeville, but the school board could change that.
Yeah, Gabriella Becerra went to Dodgeville today and shares why students feel that their activities should start up again.
Due to a rise in COVID-19 cases, the Dodgeville School Board decided all winter extracurricular activities would be delayed. Students want that decision reversed. 7 of Dodgeville High School's student athletes are anxiously waiting to return to their teams.
Sports are like one of the #1 things in my life.
It's my senior year, and if they keep pushing it back, I may not get to play.
The students wonder why the modifications that they say worked during fall sports couldn't be used now.
We distance as much as we can. We wear masks, and I feel like that's more of a safe place for us than other places that we could be when we're out of school or don't have sports.
Concerns from the Iowa County Health Department led the school board to shift to an all-virtual model in late October, which includes delaying any close contact activities. School board president Michael Humpke told me, when the education of the students at school can be accomplished, then we are able to discuss the possibility of co-curriculars.
It is a tough decision, and there's no right or wrong answer to it. It's just really where do you fall on the continuum of risk?
Superintendent Paul Weber says he understands what the loss means to his students, but he also has to keep all of those students safe from a possible holiday surge of COVID-19 cases.
They're important to them, they're important to us, and they're important to the community. At the same time, we're looking at it from a standpoint of how do we keep people safe?
Although returning to school would be ideal for the students I talked to, they'll make do with whatever happens.
It's definitely a hard decision to make, so whatever the board decides, I know that we'll respect, no matter how it affects us, we'll respect what the board decides.
In Dodgeville, Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
The school board will decide if it'll delay extracurriculars for a longer period of time at a meeting on Thursday, and that decision will go into effect next Monday.
Right now, the holiday shopping season is in full swing and retailers are expecting a Cyber Monday like never before. Foot traffic at stores dropped 52% on Black Friday. Adobe Analytics says internet shopping hit $9 billion, a nearly 22% increase over last year. Cyber Monday expected to be a record with sales hitting up to $12.7 billion, and that would be a 35% jump from last year. Shopping experts say people buying holiday gifts shouldn't wait too long.
The reason being, number one, that item might not exist in a couple of weeks. Number two, you might experience shipping delays. And number three, there could be inventory issues.
Adobe Analytics says Americans also spent $4.7 billion online on Small Business Saturday. Online holiday shopping creates a lot of opportunities for scammers to steal your credit card or personal information. The Better Business Bureau says it's best to stick to websites you're familiar with. If you're ordering from a website that you've never used before, they recommend making sure they're an actual business with a physical address and contact information before you place your order. They also say it's best to use a credit card, not a debit card, connected to your bank account.
Credit card is going to offer additional protections that a debit card does not. So you're not going to be responsible for fraudulent credit card transactions. However, if you do use a debit card, it could take a while to get that money back. So if somebody drains $1,000 out of your account, that $1,000 could be an 8 to 12 week term, where if you use a credit card, you're not responsible for that fraudulent payment.
The BBB says you should also be on the lookout for fake websites that mimic real ones and fake text messages and emails claiming that your package was lost in the mail.
News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of First Tea and will be hosting a special televised event to help First Tea raise money tomorrow on Giving Tuesday. First Tea is a unique program for young people that offers educational enrichment and teaches life skills that build character through the game of golf. You can watch that over on TVW. It'll start at 7 o'clock in the evening. Donations can be made all day long over the phone or online. Use the link at channel3000.com. More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, the Wisconsin 9-day gun season has wrapped up. What DNR officials are saying about this year's hunt. And coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6, UW-Madison nursing students are being offered a perk for helping administer COVID-19 vaccines. We'll tell you what it is next hour on News 3 Now at 6. And red numbers on the first full day of the year trading. We'll have more on that next hour. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on over 400 new Hondas. Lease a new Civic for just $199. That's $199 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we extend genuine value to our neighbors every day, especially during our Black Friday extended sale. Now through Wednesday, shop extended Black Friday deals throughout the store. Like half off this T-Fall cookware set. These men's Columbia fleeces, just $29.99. Save $100 on this Shark vacuum. And select dog treats and chews are buy one, get one free. Don't miss your last chance to get Black Friday bargains now through Wednesday at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. If you live in Wisconsin and don't have dental insurance, listen to this important message.
I know how important it is for my patients to maintain their dental health. That's why I'm so pleased Delta Dental has plans for individuals and families designed to fit your budget.
Your dentist may already be part of our network. You'll have a choice of Delta Dental individual and family plans that cover exams, cleanings, fillings, crowns, and more. So call now.
Call 844-SMILE-15. That's 844-SMILE-15.
The world needs people who fight for what's right. For us, that means fighting for you when an accident has turned your life upside down.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero do-it signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
Hi, folks. Tuesday marks an unofficial start to the season of giving.
We'll share multiple ways you can make a difference on Giving Tuesday with just a few dollars or moments of your time. We'll see you Tuesday on News 3 Now this morning.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources says it was a successful 9-day gun deer season in the state this year, especially for one group.
You look at it percentage-wise of the number of new female hunters compared to the number of new male hunters. Certainly we saw an increase across the board, but I would also say that the number of females choosing to hunt this year, it was a 10% increase, which is that's a significant increase. Now, we're looking at just shy of 100,000 female deer hunters out there this year.
DNR officials say opening weekend preliminary numbers show that there was a 2.3% increase in total deer killed over 2019, which was over 95,000 total deer. The DNR will release its full 9-day season harvest numbers tomorrow.
Dictionary.com has picked its word of the year, and probably no surprise here, it's pandemic. It comes after months of coronavirus infections, hospitalizations, and deaths, bringing communities and economies to their knees worldwide. It also gave rise to new phrases related to the virus's impact, like pandemic economy, pandemic schooling, and pandemic dating.
It's decked out for the holiday season. This year's theme is America the Beautiful, featuring decorations honoring first responders and frontline workers. The Red Room at the White House is decorated to recognize those battling the pandemic, including ornaments of first responders wearing masks and nurses' uniforms. The traditional White House in gingerbread is also on display. It's made of nearly 400 pounds of various dough, 30 pounds of gum paste, 25 pounds of chocolate, and 25 pounds of royal icing. All right, time to get a look at your first warned weather. Meteorologist Chris Reese with our forecast. Chris?
Yeah, Eric, we had a lot of cloud cover earlier on, and right as the sun began to set, we saw that sunshine make a return to the Badger State. But we are dark now. The sun is set. Below the horizon, still just a beautiful shot of our capital downtown. So at least a couple of flurries are flying on high-resolution Doppler. A lot of that is mainly towards the east of us here in Madison. We did see some of those flurries as you worked your way down towards the south and east, closer to Rock County as well. What this is associated with is a much bigger storm system that we've seen on the eastern part of the country that has brought an abundance of colder air when you compare it to where temperatures stood yesterday, from Wisconsin and Michigan all the way down to the state of Florida. We have seen this cold front move in, but our weather, it comes from the west, folks, and I want to show you what's happening towards the west over the high plains. That's where we see an increase in temperature over the past 24 hours. Tomorrow, we'll see those temperatures being much warmer than what we saw out there today. What it is this storm system is tapping into the colder air that's being presented by these two areas of high pressure towards the west. Well, eventually, as these slide towards our east, that sends our wind direction in a more southerly fashion, and that's what's going to help warm things up at least a bit as we move into tomorrow. Clearing out that storm system into Wednesday. Another storm system will try to develop throughout the mid-south, but that moves away. So we should stay dry, we should stay quiet all the way through the weekend. That brings sunshine and temperatures that'll be moderate per se, not too warm, but still warmer than we normally would be for this time of the year. Overnight tonight, we'll keep that northerly wind flow around. Temperatures, they're going to cool down to about 20. Some spots are going to make it into the upper teens, especially the further north and west. You are 36 for your high, though, as we move into tomorrow. Now, eventually, that southerly wind tries to make a comeback for us. We're in the mid-20s on Wednesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, temperatures will top out into the low 40s. Some areas may flirt with the mid-40s as we move into Wednesday, but then another cold front will eventually come our direction. So that's where we're back into the 30s on Friday, around 40 on Sunday, then some 30s early next week before we warm up again. But I want you to take note of the average temperature. Our average high today, 37. By the end of the next 10 days, our average high is only 2 degrees above the freezing mark, and our overall temperature trend is to be just above normal through the next 10 days. We expand that through the next 2 weeks. The first half of December, the start of meteorological winter, is likely to feature temperatures above normal throughout the northern half of the country, colder than normal temperatures as you work your way towards the southern part of the country. Here's that extended forecast for you, though. No matter how temperatures are, we will see abundant sunshine. Sunshine tomorrow. Wednesday may feature a little bit more cloud cover, but we'll still see some sun. That takes us all the way into early next week. So while typically we would see a lot of clouds, we're not seeing as much in the way of cloud cover when it comes to this winter so far. Traffic-wise, we are doing generally pretty good. Your speeds on the Beltline are around 60 to 65 miles per hour. You're only seeing those slowdowns where you would expect them for this time of the day, especially with traffic lights on those roads. We'll continue to watch the weather as we go throughout the day.
Chris, thank you. And ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the Packers are adding a weapon to the offense. We'll tell you which veteran will be joining the green and gold. That's ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider.
They do?
Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
As a retired weatherman, I like things I can predict. That's why I chose an AARP Medicare supplement insurance plan from United Healthcare. It's the kind of plan with predictable out-of-pocket costs. Plus, the plan I chose has a low to 0% chance of copays. It's a sunny day for me.
Honey, you're doing it again.
I'll stop.
The only Medicare supplement plans with the AARP name. Medicare supplement plans have no networks and no referrals, so you can take charge.
It's here, Black Friday every day at Menards. These amazing deals are good through December 6th. Power all of your devices with this 30-pack of AA or AAA batteries. They're just $2.99. Stay on top of your fitness with this activity tracker watch. It monitors your steps, calories burned, and distance. Only $4.99. Check out these and more amazing Black Friday deals at Menards. Available in-store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Spread holiday cheer and save more than ever at
the Century House. Right now, give $50 or more to charity and get $400 off Stressless Mayfair recliners in all Paloma leather colors and $300 off most other Stressless recliners. Plus, save hundreds more with $200 off every sofa seat you buy. 'Tis the season to give a little and save big on Stressless furniture. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Badger men's basketball team has cracked the top 5 in the Associated Press poll. Wisconsin ranked 4th in the newest poll, moving up 3 spots after starting the season 2-0. The Badgers took down Eastern Illinois and Arkansas Pine Bluff over the last few days. Against Pine Bluff, the Badgers started on a 25-0 run and had 4 players scoring double figures and 2 others with 9 points apiece. Wisconsin will have 2 in-state games this week. Tomorrow, they host UW Green Bay at 4 in the afternoon, and then on Friday, they play at Marquette.
The Green Bay Packers are adding a veteran to their receiving corps. NFL Network is reporting that 29-year-old Tavon Austin will sign with the Green and Gold. Austin is in his 7th year in the NFL and was drafted by the Rams in 2013. He played with them for 5 seasons before heading to Dallas to play with the Cowboys. Austin is a versatile wide receiver who also got a lot of carries while he was with the Rams. In his career, he's had over 200 receptions for over 2,000 yards and 15 touchdowns, all while rushing for over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns.
For the 3rd time in a week, the Ravens and Steelers game will be postponed due to COVID-19 concerns. ESPN says that game will now be moved to Wednesday. It was originally scheduled for Thanksgiving Day, but then moved to Sunday, then Tuesday. Now it'll be played on Wednesday. ESPN's Adam Schefter says the Ravens have 19 players currently on the reserve COVID list. 4 were added today. 4 were also removed. The Steelers also have a few players out with COVID-19, and that includes running back James Conner.
A Vanderbilt University senior made sports history over the weekend as the first woman to play in a Power 5 conference football game. 21-year-old senior Sarah Fuller kicked off the second half of the Vanderbilt-Missouri football game Saturday. Fuller is the goalkeeper for Vanderbilt's conference-winning women's soccer team. She joined the football roster after the team's other kickers were put in COVID quarantine. Fuller wore the phrase, "Play like a girl," on her helmet, a nod to a nonprofit organization encouraging girls to play sports and gain access to educational programs.
All I want to do is be a good influence to the young girls out there. You can do anything you set your mind to.
Fuller says she's sticking with the team until they kick her off. Very inspiring.
Good for her. All right, a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment. Stay with us.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on over 400 new Hondas. Lease a new Civic for just $199. That's $199 and absolutely zero do-it signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
Get more home for the holidays now with the Brothers Maine Black Friday is Today sale. Every single brand we carry is Black Friday price to move today. Check out front load washer and dryer pairs starting at $10.98 or just $5.49 each. This is your Black Friday store for more, including free delivery. The Black Friday is Today sale. Hurry in today for more selection, more savings, and more home for the holidays from the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we extend genuine value to our neighbors every day, especially during our Black Friday extended sale. Now through Wednesday, shop extended Black Friday deals throughout the store. Like half off this T-Fall cookware set. These men's Columbia fleeces, just $29.99. Save $100 on this Shark vacuum. And select dog treats and chews are buy one, get one free. Don't miss your last chance to get Black Friday bargains now through Wednesday at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. What does free mean? No cost, right? We've all seen ads about free things included with your purchase. Free carpet pad or installation with your carpet, free love seat with your sofa, 2 window blinds for the price of 1. But we know better, right? At McGann's, free means free. Free delivery and setup with purchases of $500 or more within 50 miles of Baraboo. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero do-it signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
And let's get a final check of the weather with Chris.
Yeah, it's going to be a clear and cold night, Susan. Overnight lows fall down to 20 for us in Madison. Outside of the city, you'll likely be into the upper teens. Now, tomorrow we see more sunshine. The temperature should be a bit warmer for us. Other than the 31-degree high we had today, we should be closer to 36 or 37 headed into tomorrow. 42 on Wednesday, back into the 30s for Thursday and Friday. Another little warm up for Saturday. Cooler on Sunday and Monday, but by the time we get you towards next week, a surge of milder air looks to have our highs into the middle 40s. Notice there are no rain chances in that 10-day forecast, no snow chances either. We are spoiled entering the start of meteorological winter.
All right, we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.